welcome. Today I have a product highlight and a card share for the Queen & Company Fruit Basket Shaker Kit. I've done a haul of this months ago when I received the kit, and actually I did a little bit of a preview a couple of weeks ago of some of the cards that I had made at the time, but now I'm completely done, so I thought that I would show everything off. The kit originally comes in this clear plastic envelope that has little tabs inside of it. You can put it into a 3-ring binder if you like. It just has this adhesive sticker holding it closed, and it comes with this kind of idea sheet and list of contents, which I'm actually going to keep. But seeing as I've pretty much exhausted everything that was in the kit, I don't really see a need to store everything in this pocket, so I went ahead and made myself a storage envelope, and I'll just slip this right in with my regular stamps and dies. I've got the stamps and the dies, and I even have a couple of little shaker card pieces, fillers. They call them, what do they call them? I don't even remember. Toppings is what they call them. They call their shaker card pieces toppings. So I even have a few toppings left, and I slip them right into the back of this envelope so that they'll be with the kit in the future if I need them. But other than that, this is pretty much all I have left from the kit. But also what comes in the kit, obviously, are these stamps and the dies, those toppings, and there are a lot more toppings that come in the kit. You can kind of see in the photo, but you'll see I used them all. You get this this bag of 4 or 5 different kinds of ribbon. I have quite a bit left of the ribbon. You get this little packet of self-adhesive gems. I still have a few left. 3 different colors of baker's twine. This is what I have left. You get a 6x6 paper pad, which is gorgeous, and I had so much fun with this. I have just a few scraps left, usable scraps left, and just a couple of full pieces left, and that's it. I pretty much decimated that paper and I'll use the rest of them for another project. You also get, of course, the foam pieces and the acetate tops to make your actual shakers, and I've used all of those. I do believe that you can order refills for their kits. I'm not sure if you can order refills for this particular kit, and I had so much fun with it that I will probably look into that, and I'll let you guys know in the description down below if you can order the refills for it. However, I should say that as of this airing, the kit is out of stock. I will link to the website and the item down below. There is a box where you can put in your email address to be notified when the product is available again. If I can find it anywhere else that's in stock, I will put that information in the box down below as well. So do be sure to read the description if you're interested in trying to obtain a kit. It will have the most up-to-date information as of the airing that I can provide for you down below. This was my first experience with a Queen & Company product in general, and my first experience with one of their kits. I did, if you follow my channel at all, you will know that I went to a scrapbook convention a couple weekends ago, and I picked up another one of their kits because I had already gone through like half of this kit and I had so much fun. So I do still have another one of their kits that I can go through, but this was my first experience with them, and I had an absolute blast. I had a little bit of a hard time getting started just because there was just too much here with the pattern papers and the colors. It was a little bit too overwhelming, and of course with all the different choices of, you know, fruits that you can use, it was a little bit overwhelming. So I did start off initially getting kind of inspired by some of their sample projects, and before I knew it, I was flying off on my own and I ran away with it. When I would get a little bit choked up, now this whole thing probably took me maybe a month to do, just kind of a little bit here and there. When I would get a little bit choked up and looking for inspiration, I would just check on, you know, and just do a quick Google search and be like, oh, that's a really good idea. And then before I knew it, I was back up and running. So I ended up using most of the supplies, all of the shaker stuff, just a little bit of the toppings left and a little bit of the other stuff. I made 15 cards out of this kit. So, and I really am interested in obtaining more, so that I can keep going. I had a blast with this. What a fun way to bring in spring and summer by working with this. And of course the papers are just adorable. And you can use the paper with other, you know, projects and kits as well. So I do plan to, at the very minimum, I do plan to replace at least the paper, because it is just too cute, all of these little prints, and most of it's gone, so I can't even show off. But I did do a haul a while back I got this kit from Blitzy. Showing some of the papers. This rainbow one in particular I just love. And of course there's so many pieces missing that this is not a fair representation, and I do still have these scrap pieces which are viable, and I will save them, and I will save the scraps right inside here so that they'll always be with the kit. Too cute, and sadly the cover the cover broke off of mine, but anyway. So I had a blast with this kit, and I'll go on and tell you about the cons a little bit as we go along. First of all, I believe this kit was in the $30 range, so it's not cheap, but when you consider everything that you got with this kit, including all of these different dies, and let me get the dies out of here so that I can show you and kind of get the toppings out of the way. All of the different dies, so there's a ton of different sort of fruit possibilities that you have with this. This could be a slice of any kind of citrus fruit that you like, as this one as well. And I was even thinking, like, in a pinch, like if you want a wagon wheel or something, here you go. This one can be used if you're looking at it this way. How is the camera going to see that? If you're looking at it this way, it's going to be a pear, and then you can put some leaves and a stem on the top. And if you're looking at it this way, it can be a strawberry. And this is obviously a watermelon, but you could use this for pretty much any kind of rounded edge triangle that you need, even maybe like a slice of pizza. And this is the, what is it called? The rind on the watermelon, but it could be a pizza crust. And then you've got an apple, which you could probably also turn into a tomato as well. And this is the sort of stem for the top of a strawberry, but you could also put it on top of the apple, and you could turn that into a tomato. So really, I don't want to say that the possibilities are endless, but there's really quite a few things that you can do with these dies if you think outside the box, even if you don't want to use them with the kit. I like them a lot. So in the dies, they cut really well. I didn't have any issues with them, even in my crappy Cuttlebug, which is dying. No issues whatsoever. The toppings are really cute. I did have, which one? The pear ones. If you look really closely, I had a lot of broken pear ones that I had to pick out of here. Like, they were just broken in half. So I was not particularly thrilled about that, but most of the rest of the toppings were fine. And again, I do have some spares, and it did come with this little packet of seed beads, and I used those inside my shakers in various places as well that you will see. So the really big, I guess, con for me is the stamp set itself. Now, this is a really fun stamp set. I love these pun sentiments. These are right up my alley, which is what kind of attracted me to the kit to begin with. Just for example, the I just love you so very much, really cute. The you are one in a melon. So I mean, you can see for yourself, these are really funny, really punny. I love them a lot. The stamp set itself is not the greatest quality. This is just kind of, it's a flimsy kind of acrylic. I didn't have any issues getting it on or off the block. I didn't have any issues with it ripping. So, I mean, it stays together, but it's not a very high quality product. And the worst part for me is that none of the exclamation points on the end of anything stamped properly. I tried heat embossing with them, I tried with just inks, and no matter what I did, the exclamation point always just looked like a lowercase random L at the end of everything. I tried all of the sentiments, they all stamped that way, so it was really frustrating. I went in with my little Versamarker and I made a little dab at the bottom to try to turn it into an exclamation point, and it didn't, like some of them, it just looks really stupid. You'll see as we go along with the card share, but so that is my chief complaint about this set, is that the exclamation points just did not stamp nicely. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the quality of the stamp itself or the font. I'm not really sure. I was not thrilled with that feature. However, that aside, I still had a blast with this kit, and the fact that it was not stamping properly did not deter me from continuing to have fun. So let's just go ahead and get started with the actual card share. Now, I did these in various different batches throughout probably a month, I want to say. they all have a kind of a different feel to them depending on what kind of a mood I was in, and I'm going to be showing them to you in no particular order because that's how I assembled them. I grabbed whatever fruit I felt like working at the minute and did it that way. So these are all A2 sized cards. So we have this one with the lemons, and this one was inspired by a card that I found on Google, and then I inked the white background a little bit and just a little lemon shaker right here. And I heat embossed using my, what is it called? Liquid Platinum from Ranger. Wishing you a slice of happiness. And you can see right on the bottom the exclamation point on this one. Oh, I don't know if my phone's going to adjust for that. Let me back up a little bit. I'm filming with my iPhone and not like a camera that autofocuses. So I don't know if you can see right at the bottom the exclamation point didn't stamp, so I ended up putting like a little dot in there myself. It was really frustrating. But this is a super cute, just it's adorable. Let's see. Here's that I Just Love You So Very Much pun that I adored, and as you can see I made the little strawberry with this one, and I loved this rainbow paper. I used even the smallest scraps of it on other cards. As you can see, it was just really pretty. This one kind of the same theme as the orange one that I just showed you, lemon one as I just showed you. Here's an orange one with the I just love shaking them. They're so pretty inside there. This one is Thank You, You Are the Zest, and the same thing with that exclamation point. Apple, You Are Awesome All the Way to the Core. If anything, I would have wanted some more apple toppings because they give you enough stuff to do 3 shakers of each shape fruit, and I just felt that there wasn't enough toppings to spread over 3 apples. I would have liked a little bit more apple in there, as you can see. But here's the whole card right here. This is probably one of my favorites. I even managed to use some of that rainbow paper on here because I loved it so much. Here's another orange. Orange, You Just the Sweetest. Sorry for glare. And I liked this citrus paper too because you could use it for your limes, your lemons, your orange. I did do a grapefruit one as well, so I was a little put out that pink citrus wasn't as equally as represented, but that's okay. Here's another, actually here's 2 more or less the same pattern, just showcasing those rainbow scraps. So this is kind of the same card, just done slightly different, 2 different ways. And this sentiment is, I couldn't have picked a sweeter friend. These are probably the only 2 that are the closest in design. Here's the grapefruit one that I mentioned. Wishing You a Slice of Happiness, and I used the pink grapefruit toppings. Backing up for the glare, sorry. And then I used some Nouveau drops, and some of them have Nouveau drops, some of them have baker's twine. I tried to incorporate like at least one extra decorative thing on each card. I like this one, and I was thinking too, like you could also kind of do like a pink lemonade play on these toppings, the grapefruit toppings. Together we make the perfect pair. This was the first card that I did, and if you recognize this one, it's because this is the one that I mentioned I was trying to get my groove on by getting inspired by the sample project that they had shown, and mine isn't quite the same, but it is definitely heavily inspired. But once I did this one, I was off on my own. I was like, boom. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. And this one I heat embossed using the Recollections blue metallic powder, so that was a lot of fun. I thought that looked really neat on this one, and the little pear toppings is so cute. So cute. Sorry, I do keep moving because I am trying to avoid the glare. Someday we'll have a glare-free environment. Here is another strawberry one and another I Just Love You So Very Much. Fun fact, I'm actually pretty allergic to strawberries, so I don't eat them myself, but I do think that they're very cute. And here's more of that rainbow paper. Watermelon, you are one in a melon, baby. And here's where I use some of those gems the self-adhesive gems that came in the kit. Now this one, the white background is made, I think it's a Doris embossing folder that I have that is like a watermelon pattern that I thought would be fun. We've got a heat embossed sentiment with white wow embossing powder. Now this one is actually 2 different shakers. Remember that little piece that makes the watermelon rind is a whole separate shaker that I made, and I just put some of those seed beads in there. So it's almost like this card has 2 different shakers on it. And then of course some of that really fun ribbon from the kit. Another watermelon. I hope your day is as sweet as you are. Same thing with the shakers. A different kind of ribbon, heat embossed sentiment, and the self-adhesive gems. Here is another lemon. Loving you is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Super cute. And then we've got some Nuvo drops on this one. I used the crimped edges, the scalloped edges of some of these. I cut with my new, and I forget what it's called, and I have to look, the new paper cutter that I got from We Are Memory Keepers that I showed you guys earlier in the week that I got from Blitzy when it was on sale. So I just pretty much anything that I had on hand I tried to incorporate into my cards. And here's some more of that ribbon from the kit. Very cute. Here's kind of along the same lines but different. Wishing you a slice of happiness using lime. More Nuvo drops. I incorporated some ribbon and a dry embossed background. Not ribbon, I'm sorry. Baker's twine and a dry embossed background on this one. Oop, clear. Lots of fun. And the very last one, another watermelon. Thanks, a melon. Here's more of that scalloped paper from the We Are Memory Keepers trimmer. More gems, heat embossed. So that is the 15 cards that I made with this kit, which is probably my record for cards made with one kit. I probably could have kept going if I didn't run out of refills. But again, I will look and see if you can purchase. I know some of the kits you can purchase refills for. I just don't happen to know if this is one of them. If it is, I'll leave that information for you down below. At least from Queen & Company directly. Again, this kit is currently sold out, but I'll leave the link down below and you can just enter your email address into the box to be notified when it's back in stock. I'll look, and if I can find it for sale somewhere else currently, I'll let you know all that information down below. I appreciate your very kind attention and, as always, your encouragement. So many have reached out to me, whether in the comments or in private, just saying, you know, that they really appreciate having an opportunity to see some of these things that they don't normally get to see. So I think that that's pretty cool. That's one of the reasons why I like watching crafty YouTube channels as well, because I can't get or do everything, and I really like to watch. I really like to watch this stuff. So I'm trying to provide the kind of content that I like to watch. So I appreciate your support as always. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.